G'day y'all, this is our third boot camp. I'm actually doing this today with my weight training students, so we are doing it live. This will be recorded when you see it. Our workout today, we've got 11 exercises. One includes a water break because I'm expecting that you might want that. We're going to go 3 times around. The thing that we're changing from the previous 2 is that we are dropping 5 seconds of rest. So we're still only doing 20 seconds of exercise, but 25 seconds of rest this time before we move on and start the next exercise. 3 times around, that's all of 25 minutes of workout, including all of the rest that's built in here. So for today, I'm just going to start with a really brief stretching warm-up so that my students can do that. And then I'm going to demonstrate the exercises, and then we'll get started. So, since we are standing up, let's do some things for our legs. Quadricep stretch, bring your heel towards your butt. Try and press forward through the hip. And change legs. Calf muscles, gastrocnemius and soleus. Press your leg back and feel this stretch all the way down through the muscle. And then gently drop the knee towards the floor a little bit. You'll feel the stretch move more to the Achilles tendon there. Change to the other side. Legs straight first of all. And then gently drop your knee towards the floor. While we're standing, let's do our upper body. Triceps first. Pull your elbow back. Arm across. Arm back up. Other side. When we do arm across, we are moving on and stretching the deltoid here. Now the chest. Hand against a wall. And gently twist in towards that. So you feel this stretch through your chest, maybe also down through your bicep. Keep your elbow bent so that there is no pressure on the joint itself. Just turn around and do the other side. And come back to center. Before we go down to the floor, let's do a little bit more to get our heart rate going, our breathing up a little bit. I want you just to do a little jog in place here. And if everything that we could do is going to come with a modification for you to work at your level. So if you just want to do a walk in place, I'm fine with that. Every modification is down to a lower intensity and lower impact with the ground. So you do what's best for your body. If you want to lift your knees a little bit higher. To do a few jumping jacks. And again, the modification would just be a step to either side. Let's do a little burpee prep, although I don't have burpees today. Bend your knees, take your hands down, and then just a little jump. Down and up. You can touch the floor if you want. And the modification, just keep your feet on the ground. All right, good enough for a start. Let's make your way to the floor. We're going to stretch legs. I'm not going to worry about that. All right. I'm going to do a mirror image of you. So I've got my right leg out. Put your left leg out so that we're both going the same direction. Turn towards your left foot. Inhale up. Exhale, chest towards your thigh. Feel that stretching through the hamstring. Try to keep your back straight. It's not a challenge who goes down the furthest. Inhale up. Exhale, forward again. And change legs. Inhale up. Exhale, forward. Inhale up. Feel free to keep your knee bent a little bit. And sit up. Bring your feet together. Bring them in as close to your body as you can, starting with just gentle little butterflies here. Inhale up, exhale, chest towards your feet. Inhale up, exhale forward. We will use these muscles today, the adductors, the inner thigh muscles. And sit up. Let's do your back and your all the way through your spine actually. We're going to come down to a position with your legs at tabletop, knees above your hips, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and take both legs over to the right. I want you to take your legs to the floor and just relax through your upper body. It doesn't matter whether your shoulder's in the air or not for this one. Gently come back to center, over to the other side. Back to center. Right leg down on the floor and take your leg across. So it's the same stretch we did a second ago, just with one leg. This time I want your knee and shoulder about the same height off the floor. So don't keep your shoulder down and your leg up. Don't take your knee down and your shoulder up. Both about the same. Come back to center. Change legs. Left leg down, right leg across. Knee and shoulder the same height off the floor. Come back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. Let's do a glute stretch here. I want you to put your left leg across and then bring your foot and knee in towards the chest. So you're actually physically going to lift your leg, and you should feel that stretching here through the glutes. Maybe if you're tight, somewhere else through the hip or thigh. Gently release, take your other leg across, and then go ahead and bring it up. And relax. Roll to one side. Let's just come to a seated position now for your upper back. Cross-legged position that's comfortable for you. Sitting nice and tall, so lift from your hips all the way up through the spine. Head gently forward, chin towards the chest, and then lift into a neutral position. Gently turning your head side to side. Come back to center. Ear to your shoulder. And then just gently change to the other side. Come back to center. We're going to do circles this time, starting with ear to the shoulder, down and around. And then when you get to the other shoulder, just bring your head straight to that neutral position. And then change direction back the other way. Try not to roll onto the back of your neck. One more each side. Shoulder rolls, bring your shoulders up and back, roll them over the top, down and around. And reverse. And relax there, okay? I'm going to demonstrate the exercises that we're doing in our workout today. I'm going to demonstrate them in the order that we're doing them. For some, I'm going to give you some options depending on the equipment that you have around. Any equipment is great. No equipment is great as well. Going through the motions of the exercise, if you don't have any weights, then that'll be fine. So we're going to try for the first one a little mini shuttle run. And what I would like you to do there, whatever space you have, and I'm going to leave it at that because your room may be different than mine. If it's across, if it's forward, diagonal, it doesn't matter. But what I want you to do is face whichever way you're going to run, and tiny little steps, and then running backwards back to where you started from. So you're just going to go forward, and you're going to go back. Try and keep your legs bent a little bit and lower your center of gravity so that you have a little bit more control of when you're going to stop. That's our first exercise. That should get your heart rate up. The next one is swimming, which is an opposite arm and leg lift. There is no modification for this one. This is a really good exercise for you to do. Lifting the right arm, left leg, and then down. Left arm, right leg, and down. If you're particularly adventurous, the actual exercise swimming is to do them moving alternately so that you're not resting anything on the floor. That will be your choice. All of this is your choice at the level that you want to work out. Especially for that, it's working the long muscles of the back here. It's more important to me that you're safe and careful with that one. So by all means, do one at a time, opposite arm and leg lifts. That'll be great. Walking push-ups. So we are just going to go side to side with these from where we are, and your modification is on your knees. So if I'm here like this, push-up position, try to tuck your tailbone a little bit so the abs are engaged. Inhale as you go down, exhale, lift back up. One hand moves under your body, and then you step out with the other one. Don't take the outside hand out first, because you might go crashing into the floor. So make sure your body is supported. Come in, out, push up. Come in, out, push up. You can do a second one in that direction. In, out, push up. My preference is you keep your elbows in tight to your body and pointed down towards your feet. Puts a little bit more on your triceps. Modification is just on your knees with that one. Diagonal lunges. From here, I like hands on hips. If you have some weights and you want to challenge yourself, you can carry them in your hands. But we're going to go on 45-degree angles here. So stepping out to the right, step out with the right leg, Stepping out to the left, step out with the left leg. As you lunge, don't go too far. Think about dropping your knee towards the floor, but don't touch it, and keep your body upright. You can keep your hands on your hips if you're not using any weights. And the other option would be you can do it kind of like a running motion would be, where you have the opposite arm come forward as well. Shoulder press. So, if you have bands, and that may or may not be the case, I'm going to probably do this with bands. For this one, we're not going to cross. The band is in front of your arm. I'm going to inhale to start with, exhale, lift, inhale, down. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. If you don't have bands, well, that doesn't mean anything. You might remember in a previous video, I had some 10-pound dumbbells. I'm going to use them. Oh, you don't have dumbbells? I have 2 cans of soup. This could be anything from your kitchen, anything at all. Could be a handful of tools, anything at all. Or just without, going through the motion. I want you to consider this, that you are doing this with a weight. So just because there's no resistance and you could go like this, I don't want you to do that. Nice and controlled. 2 separate motions, up and then back down. Too easy. Bent over fly. Another one where I will choose to do the band. But again, here's my 2 cans of soup. Feet about hip to shoulder width apart. Definitely knees bent. Anytime we're doing something in a bent over position, you want your knees bent. And fold forward from the waist as much as you can. Back is straight. Your 2 weights, your resistance is down in front of you. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. My elbows are bent. And you are a big, graceful bird. Big motion here with your wings. This is a really easy exercise for you to hurt your shoulder joint because you can generate a lot of force when you come up. I don't want you to do that because then the muscles have to stop you, and in many cases, it's the tendons and the joints itself. So I want you just to be nice and controlled all the way through this motion. I will use a band, and what I will do differently this time is that I will cross the band over so that my motion is the same, but now I'm pulling against the opposite foot, which is holding the resistance there. Again, and as we go through these 3 times, I might use 3 different pieces of equipment. Mountain climbers. Oh, I know this is going to be one of your faves. I want to say everyone knows mountain climbers, but maybe not. Watching a video is really good. I watched my form on this the other day, and I was doing something that I don't really want you to do. So I'm going to try a little harder to do some better quality today. You're going to be in a plank position, all right? Tailbone tucked, and starting with 1 foot up, and then just moving. Swapping your legs over. What I said not to do, which I saw me doing, was lifting your hips every time that you went. Try not to do that. The whole purpose is just to bring your leg up underneath your body. Your modification for that is just a step. Probably go back first. And the student who did my second video, he had a very good modification. Whew. His modification was using a chair. So he was doing a standing mountain climber. So that would be an option for you as well. I like this modification. I'm happy to steal from anyone. Monkey squats. So I'm going to do these with a band at least to start with. This is a forward shoulder raise and a squat at the same time. So as I go down, my hands come up level with my shoulders. Nice and controlled. Okay. And again, you could use weights on that. Let me use my hands here. From here, squat with a forward raise at the shoulders. Feet about shoulder width apart for this one. That's a fun little exercise. Twisting uppercuts. I'm going to use the band. About shoulder width apart. Don't cross them over this time. From here, hands kind of around your waist. And you're going to twist and lift. I don't want your elbow coming away from your body here. This is a really tight movement. Twist, 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 twist. The band gives me some good resistance with that exercise. Again, you don't have to use any weights at all. Twist. See how my elbow is still pretty close. It comes away a little bit, but it doesn't go a long way. I want you to twist through your body so your hips are changing from side to side each time you go. Whose phone is that that's on? Bummer. All right. So, twisting uppercuts. Another good little fun exercise. They are better with the band, but they'll be fine for us. All right. Abdominal tuck crunch. This is a little bit more challenging, so I'm going to give you several modifications for this one. Let me start with what I would really kind of hope to be the ultimate way that you can do these. You're going to be able to be in a seated position like this. This is kind of like a boat pose in yoga. From here, inhale back, exhale, lift back up. Knees come towards the chest. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. There's a coordination factor with that. So if you need to keep your hands on the floor to help your balance, you can just do it like that. That would be the next level down. This puts a lot of strain on your hip flexors and your low back. So regular crunches is fine. Don't pull on your head or neck. If you want to add a twist in, that's fine, but that's not what this exercise is calling for. This is just straight rectus abdominis, the vertical muscles here. The six-pack muscles. I have built in a water break here for you, and I would encourage you to take it. But those of you who are like, this is too easy, Graham, you're such a wimp, then you can do jump rope or jumping jacks or anything at all during this instead. There'll still be 20 seconds of actual water break and then 25 seconds of rest to get ready for our starting exercise, which is our little mini shuttle runs. So, I'm going to have a mouthful. It was tiring just demonstrating to you. So, when it goes again, we are starting our shuttle run. Good luck, do your best. Try to keep moving. Take the modifications as we go, okay? You'll probably see me do that. All right, little shuttle run. Next exercise is swimming. So either move to where your mat is or get your mat out depending on your space. Get down. When the whistle goes, I want you to be ready to start as well. There you go. Walking push-ups. We'll start with a push-up first, and then step out, step back to the center, and then step out to the other side. That was good, wasn't it? Diagonal lunges. Hands on hips if you're not using a weight. Just step one direction, come back to center, kind of pivot towards the other side and go out. If I can, I always like to finish even, so if I start with my right, I want to finish with my left. Shoulder press. Arms are ready, and so even though this weight for me is relatively light, I'm still doing a nice controlled movement. That's what I want to see from you. Taking care of your body all the time. There you go. Bend over fly. So use your soup cans again, or with the band, knees bent, bend at the waist. Again, nice and controlled. The more that you can bend at the waist, the more you put this effort into the back of your shoulders. But I want you to be careful of your back. That's more important. Very good. Mountain climbers. Give me a good 20 seconds. Tailbone tucked, try and keep your hips down. There you go. I felt as I started to get tired there, my hips were lifting more with each one. That's okay. Monkey squats. And go. Squat down. Little forward raise. Very good. Twisting uppercuts. How you feeling? From what I can see, you're looking good. Feet about shoulder width apart. Maybe a little bit less for this one. And twist, twist. So you go down just a little bit and then twist. Don't take that elbow too far from the body. And abdominal tucks. Okay. Don't have to go too far. Water break. Whew. This is your water break now. I confused myself. Here is your rest after your water break. Mini shuttle run. And go. Just little steps. Swing. Walking push-ups. All right, start with a push-up. Diagonal lunges. Breathe deep and slow when you get a chance. Shoulder press. How are we feeling? Arms up, ready? Bend over, fly. Cross the band over if you have one. Bend the knees, bend at the waist, and go. Mountain climbers. What idiot put this in the program? Monkey squats. Twisting uppercuts. Because this is not a very big movement, I can use a little bit heavier band for this one. Abdominal tuck crunch. If you're trying that and it gets too hard, just drop down and keep doing crunches. I would rather you keep moving than worry about having to do, I have to see this exercise through all the way. This is your water break. Okay, last time through. I hope some of you are sweating like I am. Struggling to catch my breath. Whew. Starting with our shuttle run. There you go. Last time through. Swimming. Really more opposite arm and leg lift is what I'm doing here. Get down, be ready. Only 20 seconds of exercise, so you want to be ready as soon as it starts. There you go. Walking push-ups. Diagonal lunges. Shoulder press. Arms ready. Then over fly. Whew. All right. strong, Graham. I think that's the first time I've broken one of these bands. I've had this forever. Mountain climbers. Last time for mountain climbers. Glad we're done with that. My monkey squats. My Ken Soup will be playing for this one. Really, only 2 more exercises. Twisting uppercuts. Last exercise, abdominal tuck crunches. The water break is part of your workout. You look like this? I hope you look like this. Panting like there's no tomorrow. This is our rest period from our water break. We're going to take that as well. Okay, well done. Normally I would ask you to go do a walk for a couple of minutes. Because we had that water break and rest at the end, we're just going to consider that was our cool down. I want to go back and just do a little bit more stretching to finish with. Since we are standing, let's kind of go through reverse of what we did earlier. Quadriceps. Change. In reality, it would be better if you could hold these a little bit longer. So if you want to come back and do these again in a minute, once I've gone through them, come back and hold each stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds. Change. And with this one, I'm doing my leg straight initially, and then dropping my knee down to target the Achilles tendon. Triceps, got a bit of a workout today. Deltoid, definitely got a workout today. You can even drop the deltoid down a little bit and feel that stretch change. Other side, tricep. And across. Drop it down. And then moving to, I just tried something with the computer. Moving to the floor, just do our legs. My preference for lower back and spine, especially lower back, is more at the start of the workout. By all means, if you want to do it when we're finished, I just want to throw hamstrings in here. And change to the other side. Bring your feet together. Bring them in close to your body. Gently little butterflies. Inhale up. Exhale, chest towards your feet. Come back up. Let's do one last one today. Take your feet apart, as wide as they'll go. Hands in front, inhale up. It's really important that you give me a big smile now, gently forward. If you smile, it doesn't hurt. If you have a fake smile, it still hurts. It's going to be a real smile. Slowly sit up. I'm going to go to the left. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Turn to the right. Exhale forward. Come back up to center. Exhale forward one more time. Big smile again. And slowly sit up. Hands behind, ease your legs back in. Let's fold your legs. Head gently forward and back. Side to side. Ear to your shoulder. Circles, alternating direction. Shoulder rolls. And reverse. Whew. Good work. All right. Concludes our third boot camp in our series of, I don't know, 8 to 10. I'm going to go back and join my students here, get some feedback on what that was like, and I hope that they worked as hard as I did and kind of had as much fun. Doing this for you helps me be a little bit more motivated to do it for me. So I hope that you're watching. Appreciate that you might have got the same workout I did. We'll see you soon. Thank you very much.